Today we are diving into the depths of the GTA universe. That's right, we're going to be breaking down this iceberg here, starting with what most players know and working our way into the unknown depths of GTA. This is a big one, so make sure you grab your popcorn, a cup of coffee, a bottle of water or an energy drink, and pull up your favorite pillow and blankie, because here we go. Starting out with our first subject, the abandoned mineshaft. The abandoned mineshaft in GTA 5 is a hauntingly atmospheric location, nestled within the mountains of Blaine County. Tucked away in the rugged terrain of Mount Chiliad, players venture deep in the gloomy depths of the mineshaft. They encounter a network of tunnels adorned with rusty machinery and a dimly lit and flickering fluorescent light. The air is heavy with some sort of fog, and you can even hear echoes of distant drips and creaks in the passageways. Players may stumble upon makeshift campsites and evidence of recent habitation, hinting at the presence of squatters or perhaps something scarier hiding in the shadows. The occasional scuttling of unseen creatures and the distant rumble of the collapsing rock remind us of how dangerous it can be within mineshaft walls. There can also be a body found in these tunnels after you start the murder mystery missions. This is the body of Isaac, an actor who worked at Fred's Pictures. Isaac wanted to work with a rival producer, Abe Schwartzman, and because of this, Fred Quincy killed him and hid the body within the mineshaft. Bigfoot. In GTA 5, Bigfoot is a legendary creature that has captured the imagination of players. Often spotted roaming the vast wilderness of San Andreas, Bigfoot is shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Players embark on quests and expeditions to catch a glimpse of this elusive creature, sparking rumors and debates within the gaming community about its existence and whereabouts. With its massive size and cryptic nature, encountering Bigfoot in GTA 5 is both exhilarating and unnerving. Some players claim to have spotted it lurking in the shadows of the forest, while others swear they've heard its distinctive howl echoing through the hills. Whether a myth or a hidden secret waiting to be uncovered, Bigfoot adds an extra layer of excitement into the immersive world of GTA 5, leaving players eagerly searching for clues and sightings. The only true detail we've gotten from Rockstar was the Strangers and Freaks mission where Franklin hunts Bigfoot in the woods of San Andreas. You end up wounding him and it turns out to be a normal person dressed up as Bigfoot. Will Bigfoot make yet another appearance in GTA 6? Clowns. In GTA 5, the clowns serve as a whimsical yet eerie addition to the game's crazy cast of characters. Often found roaming the streets of Los Santos, these colorful gestures inject a sense of unpredictability into the city's already chaotic atmosphere. Whether they're performing slapstick routines, causing mayhem, or simply adding a touch of surrealism to the urban landscape, encountering these clowns is always an experience that equals parts amusing and unsettling. The only true encounter we get with the clowns in GTA 5 story mode is during the Strangers and Freaks mission, where Michael smokes marijuana. He appears to fight off clowns during the mission. And we see them once more when you complete the Dax missions in GTA Online, where at the end you fight them off during one of the fight scenes where your character is high. Aliens. In Grand Theft Auto 5, encounters with aliens are scattered throughout the game, adding an eerie and mysterious element to the already chaotic world of Los Santos. One notable encounter occurs when Michael is drugged by Jimmy, his own son, and Michael is seen to be abducted by aliens through a hallucination. Another encounter we have with the aliens is when Michael encounters Barry and smokes marijuana. He then proceeds to fight off an alien invasion while high. We can also spot an alien under the ice in a prologue mission, where if when you're attempting to escape the police, instead of following the route all the way, drop down below the railroad tracks and under the ice, you can spot this alien frozen underneath. The last encounter we're going to talk about is the Mount Chiliad mystery. Players have discovered cryptic clues scattered around the mountain, leading to speculations about the connection to aliens. The mural on top of Mount Chiliad features a UFO, sparking players' curiosity and fueling theories about hidden secrets and Easter eggs. If you 100% complete the game, you can return to the top of Mount Chiliad during a stormy night at 3 a.m. and an alien UFO appeared. This leads us straight into our next topic, the Mount Chiliad mystery. In the sprawling world of GTA 5, Mount Chiliad stands as a beacon of intrigue, shrouded in mystery and conspiracy. Players have long been captivated by the glyphs etched into the rocky surface, hinting at something deeper beneath its towering peaks. These cryptic symbols, coupled with the eerie presence of a cable car station and a peculiar mural, have sparked countless theories amongst the game's community. Some speculate that the mystery leads to a hidden treasure or a secret location, while others believe it's a nod to extraterrestrial life, given the UFO sightings players can trigger under certain conditions. Despite years of exploration and investigation, the true meaning of the Mount Chiliad mystery remains elusive, adding to the game's enduring allure and encouraging players to continue their quest for answers. Whether chasing shadows or searching for hidden truths, the Mount Chiliad mystery serves as a testament to the game's immersive world building and the dedication of its player base. It's also a testament to the developer's skill in crafting intricate narrative and leaving breadcrumbs for players to follow, ensuring that the legend of Mount Chiliad will endure for years to come. Our last topic on the known tip of the iceberg is a group called the Altruists. In GTA 5, the Altruists are a cult-like group inhabiting the secluded area of Mount Chiliad. Obsessed with the concept of the apocalypse, they believe in the primal lifestyle devoid of technology and civilization. The group's compound is adorned with ominous symbols and eerie messages reflecting their radical beliefs. Players encounter the Altruists through various random events where they can either rescue unsuspecting victims from their clutches or, in a darker twist, deliver victims to the cult and receive payment. Despite their seemingly peaceful commune, the Altruists are far from benign. They engage in human sacrifice, cannibalism, and other macabre rituals, underscoring their descent into madness. Their fervent devotion to their cause and their willingness to resort to extreme measures make them one of the most unsettling factions in the game. The Altruist presence in GTA 5 adds a layer of darkness and intrigue in the game's expansive world. Moving on to the next section of the iceberg, we'll start with the Ghost of Mount Gordo. In the vast expanse of GTA 5's world lies Mount Gordo, a four-bottling peak shrouded in mystery. But what truly captures the imagination of players is the elusive apparition known as the Ghost of Mount Gordo. This special figure is often seen standing eerily at the edge of the mountain, overlooking the tranquil waters below. Its presence is chilling, and many players have reported spine-tingling encounters while exploring the area during the witching hours of the game. Legend has it that the ghost is a restless spirit of Jolene Cranley Evans, the wife of Jock Cranley, a former stuntman turned politician. According to the tale, Jock pushed Jolene off the cliff of Mount Gordo in a fit of rage, orchestrating her demise to further his ambitions. Now her ghost wanders the mountain, seeking justice or perhaps solace in the afterlife. This invites players to delve deeper into its secrets and uncover the truth behind the tragic tale. And once they do, they can confirm it is indeed the late wife of Jock. The Epsilon Program. The Epsilon Program is a fictional cult in the GTA universe, known for its satirical take on the real-world religious and self-help movements, led by the charismatic yet eccentric Chris Formage. The cult's ideology revolves around self-improvement through financial contributions, bizarre rituals, and blind obedience to its leader. Followers are encouraged to wear light blue attire, symbolizing their commitment to the program's teachings, which often parody real-life cult practices. Despite its fictional nature, the Epsilon Program serves as a vehicle for commentary on the nature of organized religion, consumer culture, and the human susceptibility to charismatic leaders. Through its humorous portrayal, the GTA series explores themes of manipulation, blind faith, and the allure of belonging to a community, shedding light on the darker aspects of human psychology. The Green Glow. This refers to a strange occurrence players have experienced only on the past gen or old gen version of GTA 5, on both the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 consoles. If you visit this cliff between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. and look onto the water behind Humane Labs, you'll see a strange green glow. This hasn't been confirmed to be anything by Rockstar, but some fans believe it's either a bio-leak from the lab contaminating the water around Los Santos, or the less fun theory that is, it's just a graphics bug that was never fixed due to it being old gen. Either way, it is an interesting glow. The death of Lenora Johnson. Lenora Johnson's death in GTA 5 is a poignant and mysterious event that serves as a driving force behind one of the game's most captivating side missions. Found dead under suspicious circumstances, Lenora's demise triggers a quest for justice as players uncover clues and piece together her tragic story. Through cryptic messages and hidden memorabilia, players delve into the dark secrets of her past, ultimately unraveling a tale of betrayal, exploitation, and revenge. As players unravel the mystery surrounding Lenora Johnson's death, they confront the seedy underbelly of Los Santos and the corrupt figures who sought to silence her. The quest not only sheds light on the dangers lurking within the city, but also serves as a testament to the game's intricate storytelling and attention to detail. Lenora's tragic fate becomes a symbol of injustices that pervade the game's world, prompting players to navigate a web of deceit and danger in their pursuit of truth and retribution. Once the players piece all the pieces of the puzzle together, they find out that it's actually Peter Dreyfuss who ended up kidnapping and killing Lenora. Franklin's death. In the initial development of the game, at the end of the story, it gave you 3 options. We all know the first, where you kill Trevor, and the second, where you kill Michael.
Cap, the only one who was ever decent to you!
And the third is an ending where you choose neither, and Franklin ends up taking himself out. This ended up being a fan theory that was uncovered in the game files by miners, and also later confirmed by Lamar's voice actor, Slink Johnson, who is supposed to have a bigger role in the game, but we'll get to that later. All I know is, I couldn't imagine the game having this impossible choice of which character to kill, instead of the alternate C ending Rockstar went with, where you kidnap and get rid of Devin Weston, which ultimately becomes a fan favorite, as most fans did not want to get rid of Michael nor Trevor. Cut DLC from the story mode. As we all know from past games, Rockstar likes to add story mode DLC for fans to continue playing for some time after completing the base game, and GTA 5 was going to be no different. There was supposed to be a total of 8 DLCs to be released, but were halted due to how successful GTA Online became. With GTA Online taking off, the DLCs were put on the back burner and constant updates and maintenance were required for GTA Online, and they were eventually scrapped. These DLCs included Assassination, Manhunt, Norman, Agent Trevor, Relationship, Enterprise, Prologue, and Liberty. Do you guys think after the release of GTA 6 these DLCs will become available?
Do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
The HD universe. There have been a lot of GTA games. Regardless, there are 3 different universes. These being the 2D universe, which included games like Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto 2, Grand Theft Auto London 1961, and Grand Theft Auto London 1969. The 3D universe, which includes Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Advance, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. And finally, we have the HD universe, which includes the games Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto The Lost and the Damned, Grand Theft Auto The Ballad of Gay Tony, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto 5, and GTA Online.
Never better, amigo.
The cops are racist. This is a direct reference to a pretty popular fan theory where the cops are more aggressive to Franklin than they are to Michael and Trevor. And from a casual player's perspective, you might not even notice, but more and more videos have surfaced showing more and more proof that this might be true. Now Rockstar has publicly denied this, but that doesn't mean fans won't believe what they want to. What do you think? Are the cops racist? The Fort Zancudo Light. In Los Santos, Fort Zancudo stands as a beacon of intrigue, its military secrets shrouded in mystery. Yet perhaps the most enigmatic of all is the pulsating glow emanating from its depths, an otherworldly UFO hovering ominously above the base. The soft hum of its engines echo through the night sky, captivating players and fueling endless speculation about its origins and purpose. Some daredevil players have risked life and limb to breach the base's formidable defenses, seeking to uncover the truth behind this extraterrestrial enigma. Whether a mere digital illusion or a carefully crafted Easter egg by the game developers, the Fort Zancudo UFO serves as a haunting reminder of the game's boundless exploration. Nico Bellic. This is in reference to the fan theory that Nico is actually alive. Nico is the protagonist from GTA 4 and never had an ending that fully explains what happens to him after the events in Liberty City. This leaves room for speculation. This, along with the many Easter eggs in the game about him, have allowed fans to piece together that he may be alive. From you being able to select him in GTA Online as your character's father, or Lester mentioning that he went quiet.
An Eastern European guy making moves in Liberty City. He went quiet.
To a wanted poster you can find at the abandoned house, along with going to the bar where you'll find both a picture of Nico in a tow truck along with his jacket hanging in the bar, to maintaining his Life Invader page, which can be in various scenes of the screens of players like Jimmy in this scene here. One thing is for sure, Nico is most likely alive. Strange mechanic. This part of the iceberg is more for my OG GTA 5 online players. This is actually a reference to your mechanic, and I know you can still call the mechanic for your car, but now the car is just delivered off screen. This is due to the fact that the physical mechanic was removed from the game way back in February of 2014. Now the question you may be asking yourself is why? Well, there are a few main reasons. One, because players would specifically kill the mechanic every time he delivered their vehicle. But another reason was the mechanic would sometimes come to deliver the vehicle, but would randomly take off like he was a regular NPC in danger. And what made this worse is when players would chase him to just simply get their vehicles, the mechanic would freak out more thinking he was being chased. And he'd end up doing one of 3 things: crashing, driving into the water, thus making your car unusable, or just despawning. This led to Rockstar's ultimate decision to completely remove him from the game. Children. Did you know there was supposed to be an elementary school in GTA 5? It even was displayed in one of the pre-release trailers for the game. But at some point in the development phase, the school was actually replaced with the training center from the University of San Andreas. So the fact that there was originally supposed to be a school and there were various playgrounds that can be found around the map has led players to believe that children were initially meant to be in the game. Slender Man. Slender Man was a popular character from the game Slender, and even if you're like me who never played the game, you most likely have seen pictures of him or know of his existence. Some players started to claim they saw Slender Man in GTA 5, and behind the car through the windshield you can see a tall, eerie figure that resembles, you guessed it, Slender Man. This was quickly debunked and proven to be a mod in the game. The Infinity Killer. The Infinity Killer is a notorious character in GTA 5. The killer, whose real identity remains unknown, earned his moniker by leaving cryptic clues and symbols at the scenes of gruesome murders, creating an aura of fear and fascination among players. The Infinity Killer's storyline in GTA 5 showcases the game's ability to deliver captivating narratives that keep players engaged and on the edge of their seats. In my next video, I'll be breaking down the Infinity Killer, his gruesome murders, all the hints and details left behind, so make sure you subscribe and turn that bell notification on to be updated whenever I post another video. Moving on to the next section. The three main characters represent the player base. Michael represents the retired criminal trying to lead a normal life but drawn back into the criminal underworld, symbolizing the struggle between redemption and temptation. This is a casual player who likes to have fun with friends and sometimes plays missions and heists. Franklin symbolizes the ambitious young hustler looking for a way out of the hood, reflecting the desire for upward mobility and success through illicit means. This is the player who 100% completed the story mode and then went on to grind to achieve everything in the online universe, constantly doing heists, missions, and growing their businesses. Trevor embodies chaos and recklessness, showcasing the unpredictability and destructive nature of crimes without boundaries or remorse. This represents the players who hop on with the pure intent of messing with everyone else, aka the griefer. These players can be seen with their Oppressor Mark IIs, their modded outfits, and their hacked accounts. Ghost Dog. Now you might want to grab some Kleenex because this will probably make you cry. Ghost Dog is known as the dog who helps you find and save Dom. But when Franklin tries to let Dom know it is thanks to the dog, Dom gets confused and we quickly realize Franklin was the only one to see the dog. But where does this dog come from? Players speculate he is actually the guardian angel of Dom, which makes a lot of sense considering we always see him right before we help Dom. But how did the dog become a ghost? This is where it becomes sad. If you visit acceptthechaos.com and click the link that says want to play God, it'll show a family photo with, you guessed it, the dog right there. But it gets more disturbing. When you click the button below the image labeled click to play God, the family is killed in a car crash and you can also see the dog lying there as well. Pretty sad. Brad's bullet was meant for Trevor. This is a pretty commonly known fact about GTA 5 story, so we'll make this quick. In North Yanktown, when the heist goes wrong after Michael struck a deal with the FIB, the wrong guy ends up being killed. Brad walks in front of Dave's sniper shot aimed at Trevor and Brad ends up dying. Michael is quote unquote wounded and Trevor gets away. We know later on in the story when Michael explains to Franklin who Trevor is, that the wrong guy got killed, and it reveals to us that Michael and Dave's plan was going to be to kill Trevor, fake Michael's death, and end up with the arrest of Brad being the lone survivor. Native Americans. Native Americans, also known as American Indians, are the indigenous people of the Americas. In GTA 5 there are a few references and clues that lead to the possibility of a tribe existing in the game. In the Tongva Hills, there are many references to native people, starting with the Two Hoots totem pole. The totem pole, located at Two Hoots, depicts a large owl carved out of what appears to be redwood from one of the locally sourced redwood forests. The owl may be the tribe's symbol, and the name Two Hoots may be in fact the name of the tribe. The owl could also be the symbol of death, because hearing an owl's hooting is considered an unlucky omen, hence the name Two Hoots Falls. Another spot that is possibly connected to native people is a cave that is hidden in the Tongva Hills, west of the Tongva River. This cave can easily be passed up, as it is hidden from view from the road with foliage in front of its entrance. Inside the cave it appears to be cleared out, like someone is living there. The walls also appear to have a darkish color to them, possibly due to fire started by a native. According to some players, while walking through the area at night, they hear ruffling in the bushes and faint sounds of peoples or whispers. Were there supposed to be Native Americans in the game and this was a last minute change? Or is this just an Easter egg dedicated to the Tongva people? The Cake. The Cake is a mythological creature within the GTA universe. The Cake is half cow and half snake, and you can find a poster for it at the Star Walk at the WTF Museum, so the real question is, does this creature actually exist? The answer is no, as it's probably just a publicity stunt by the museum to attract customers. Black cell phones. In the story mode, if the player calls a specific number, that number being 1999-367-3 3767, the contact will pop up with the name Black Cell Phone. That number actually spells 1999 EMP drop. And when you actually call this number, an explosion will happen, the phone hangs up, and when you pull your phone back out, the phone has changed colors from traditional green to black. Grave on the mountain. If you visit this hill above the lighthouse, you'll find an unmarked grave. The question is, whose is it? There have been a few theories, but the most promising is that it's the mother of Ursula, who we encounter with Trevor in the story mode as a Strangers and Freaks mission, where she is seen hitchhiking and you pick her up and take her to her home. Her house coincidentally is just below the grave. When you complete this, you get Ursula's contact information in your phone, which will basically serve as a booty call. But when you bring her home, she tends to overshare a lot about her life. She ends up telling you about the last person who picked her up ended up choking and dying on his own hand. She mentions her previous gardener ended up getting sick and dying, and then she even goes as far as to admit that she poisoned and killed her own mother, which has led fans to believe that this grave belongs to her mother. What do you think? Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson was a disbarred attorney notorious for his campaigns against violent video games, particularly the GTA series. His litigations often centered on the claims that these games incited real-world violence. Thompson's efforts led to various legal battles with Rockstar Games, the creators of GTA. However, most of his lawsuits were dismissed and he was ultimately disbarred for unprofessional conduct. Insurance companies track you. This is an interesting fan theory that actually makes a lot of sense. You find a lone NPC in the middle of nowhere near Mount Chiliad, and you, being a GTA player, decide to take him out. Even though no one saw this happen and you use a suppressed weapon, you still get the cops called on you. How does this happen? Well, this theory suggests that your insurance company actually tracks you via a microchip that monitors your health. So anytime you're injured or killed, there is an immediate response. This would also explain why if you kill an NPC, the paramedics show up super quickly. GTA causes real-world crime. In 2008, Devin Moore, a teenager from Alabama, shot and killed 3 police officers. During his interrogation, Moore claimed that his actions were influenced by playing GTA Vice City. He reportedly said, "Life is a video game. You've got to die sometimes." In 2013, a Thai teenager confessed to robbing and murdering a taxi driver. He cited GTA 5 as an inspiration for his actions. The teenager claimed that he wanted to see if the game was as realistic in real life as it was on screen. In 2014, an 8-year-old boy in Louisiana shot and killed his elderly caregiver with a .22 caliber rifle. The boy's lawyers argued that he was influenced by violent video games, including GTA 4. However, this claim was controversial and debated among psychologists and legal experts. Now, it is important to remember that attributing crimes to a video game takes away from whatever the real underlying issues were in these events. Possible mental health issues, bad upbringing, or the environments they're in. Needless to say, don't go out and commit crime. Suicidal airplanes. So I know for a fact you've heard random explosions in the distance while playing the GTA 5 story. This usually happens during a cutscene or loading screens for a mission. Sometimes if you immediately leave wherever you are and look around, you can sometimes find the wrecked plane. So the question is, what happened? In the programming of the game, the pilots are programmed to despawn, and instead of the whole plane despawning, only the pilot does. This sends the plane into a slow freefall into the ground, which causes these explosions in the distance. FIB agents at the satellite dishes. In the Grand Senora Desert at the satellite outpost, if you go there at 10 a.m. in-game time, you'll find a group of scientists standing outside with no FIB agents in sight. But if you play on the old-gen games on the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of GTA 5 and do the same exact thing, you'll find these same scientists but with some armed FIB agents. Until we got the release of the story DLC files we discussed earlier, this was actually planned on being a part of the Agent Trevor DLC that got cancelled. The Agent Trevor DLC was mostly reused in the Doomsday heist in GTA Online, which makes sense considering at the end of the Act 1 data breaching heist, this is the main location where the finale takes place. 1930s business plot alternative reality. If you are unaware of the business plot of 1933, here's a quick rundown. A group of rich businessmen tried to overthrow Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was the president at the time, and wanted to put the power of a dictator they could control. So why did the rich capitalist businessmen want to do this? This is because when Roosevelt was elected, this was upsetting for conservative businessmen at the time because they believed Roosevelt's campaign promises that the government would provide jobs for all the unemployed would actually have the reverse effects and would create a new wave of unemployment caused by businessmen, being frightened by fears of socialism and reckless government spending. Long story short, businessmen wanted to install a dictator that could protect their interests. Now what does this have to do with GTA 5? This series suggests that the GTA universe is actually what the future would have looked like if this business plot had succeeded. Military chatter. When driving around as Trevor, you can hear random chatter over his CB radio. Now, CB radios are commonly used by truckers, but they are available in some vehicles in GTA. You normally don't hear anything on the CB radios, but sometimes while driving around you'll hear some voices, and occasionally some of the people you hear talking are from the military. Alright, before we continue, I'm going to pause the video here for you. Get up, stretch your legs, maybe go potty if you need to. You good? Alright, let's move on to the next section. The Ghost of Michael DeSanta. One of the 3 endings at the end of the story gives you the option to kill Michael. The wrong choice, obviously, but that's besides the point. Some players have gone online claiming they've seen Michael's ghost inside his house when you return there as Franklin after killing him. The first time we ever saw this was from YouTuber Nora.4Life, and multiple other videos surfaced, but were proven to just yet be another mod. Wolf Girl. The Wolf Girl is a wolf-human hybrid that lives somewhere in the Palomito Highland. She was first discovered by a YouTuber named Papa Jake Games back in 2017. But if you watch the video, it becomes quite clear he is using mods.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And this, along with the fact that the character model doesn't appear in the game files that were released on December 25th, 2023, it is clear that it was just a mod. The All-Seeing Eye. The All-Seeing Eye has had multiple references across the game. In real life, the All-Seeing Eye, or the Eye of Providence, commonly refers to the Eye of God looking over all of mankind. But this symbol has been adopted by a number of things, to include most notably the Illuminati. But in GTA 5, the All-Seeing Eye is actually linked to the Mount Chiliad mystery, and by one way or another, it's most likely linked to aliens. Mothman. Mothman has been rumored to be in GTA 5 since 2004, just before the release of San Andreas. While there is no evidence of him being real, players have claimed they saw Mothman in GTA San Andreas. They said he was a human with bird or bug-like wings, glowing red eyes, and often flies high over the map. Rumor has it he appears when a large number of pedestrians die, a plane crashes, or before major tragic events. In GTA 5, we only have 2 possible hints at his existence. The first is this image here, where you can see some glowing red dots in the distance, and the other is in GTA forums post from 2013, where GTS user 123 said this: "I was casually driving around Blaine County countryside with Trevor during a thunderstorm, and saw this shadowy figure perched on top of a bridge suspension a little in the distance. Curious, I drove toward it. As I got closer and closer, I could see in more detail this thing. As I continued on, the creature disappeared in a poof of black smoke." It looked very similar to this render of Mothman. Baphomet. Baphomet is a cult deity that is half human and half goat, usually connected to Satanism and the Illuminati, but some players actually believe it is in GTA 5. The first footage was recorded in 2014 when swimming out in the Alamo Sea. Players believe they saw the face of a goat in the waves of the sea. Now this is difficult to see, but I'll try and make it a little easier. If you look closely right here, this is supposed to look like the face of Baphomet. Is this a coincidence or is this real? Trevor's ghost. This theory, much like the Michael's ghost we talked about, was a myth that has proven to be fake. This suggested that if a player killed Trevor in the story, that you would see his ghost at his trailer at 2 AM. But again, this is untrue. Whale skeleton. If you come to this portion of the map and dive down, you will find the skeleton of a giant whale. At first, players thought this was to be the skeleton of a giant sea monster, but it has been confirmed that it is indeed just a whale. Now moving on into our final section. Atmospheric anomalies. In GTA 5, atmospheric anomalies, also known as sky beasts, are supposed creatures that fly through the sky at night. Players who say they've seen them have described them to look like freakish clouds, saying jellyfish, and maybe just graphic glitches. If you pull the camera out and look up at the night sky, oftentimes you can see all of these stars look the same. Is this a sign of alien life, or is it just a weird looking star? The Quantum Man. The Quantum Man myth came about due to this image surfacing on the Rockstar Social Club. The image shows the map of Los Santos on a TV, but the map isn't a normal map. On top of the map is Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man. What's interesting is the user that posted this was named Quantum Anguli, which in Latin translates to "for as far as the corners." This myth was debunked by user Jakey Boy when he found out the man is just laid over a screenshot of the map with the location markers still intact. Technological singularity. This is the theory that one day AI will become more intelligent than humans, and this theory suggests that it is slowly happening in the GTA universe. This dates back all the way to GTA Vice City, which of course was set in the 1980s. Long before AI is even close to what we know it as today, on one of the radio stations, a caller named Emmanuel calls in and says this.
Hey, it's Emmanuel from Front Island. I love the show. Yeah, I want to talk about technology enslaving us. You know that play, In the Future There Will Be Robots? Well, that's a true story. In the future, there will be robots. And I'm going to hack them all. I'll make them say funny things. You know, I can move satellites around with my computer.
Computers are evil. The Luddites of ancient Britain know this. That's why they destroyed the computers that created things faster and more efficient and took their jobs.
Oh, shut up. Computers aren't evil. It's the people that program the computers that are evil. That's a pretty big difference. I'm talking to you through a computer right now. In fact, I am a computer.
Well, anything that can think...
Rockstar included the same exact character in GTA San Andreas in another radio call.
Caller.
Hi, my name's Emmanuel. I'm really worried about hackers sending a nuclear bomb after me. You know, through the phones. Do you think they could pinpoint my location?
Look, it's good for the economy to live in constant fear. I mean, the phone company, they have your name on the bill. They know your number. How do you feel about that?
I knew it.
For the most part, that's all we have on the history of the technological singularity theory, at least until the Doomsday Heist, where Clifford, an AI created by Avon Hertz, tried to take over the world. We thought we had stopped him and killed Clifford, but it seems like this may not be the case, because in the Diamond Casino heist setups, we have to go steal weapons that are being guarded by Clifford's AI. Fast forward to the Criminal Enterprise update, where we got complete confirmation that Clifford's backup drive was still out there, and the diggings were using him to drive up the gas prices. The players then go and try and get rid of Clifford once and for all, only to end up creating another copy of him and giving him straight to the IAA, the in-game version of the CIA. This confirms that the technological singularity is still a possibility. Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle theory is that the Bermuda Triangle acts as a boundary for GTA 5. If a player flies or drives a boat as far from the island as possible, the vehicle engine fails, and if the player survives the crash and ends up in the ocean, they'll be attacked by a shark immediately. Strange howling. When in the Mount Chiliad tunnels at night, you can hear a strange howl. Now this wouldn't be strange at all if it weren't for one reason. This is the howl of a wolf. Why is this weird? Well, there are no wolves in GTA 5. Some players speculate this is just a coyote, but in the game files it is labeled as Distant Forest Wolf. Maybe this means Rockstar initially wanted to have wolves in the game, but they were never added. The day that never comes. This is a strange phenomenon that's only been encountered by a select few players. When this occurs, the sun sets at 10 PM at night, but the sun doesn't end up rising the next morning. Instead, the moon will completely cycle across the sky 3 times, with the sun never rising at the end. What's interesting is everyone who has claimed to encounter this has claimed it happened on a Saturday, and that the NPCs have behaved strangely, like walking in circles, starting random flights with the player, or avoiding each other completely. Is it a glitch, or did Rockstar mean to do this? And there you have it, a complete breakdown of the GTA Iceberg. Which part was your favorite? Comment below and I'll see you in